Hi guys, continuing on with the Star Wars main theme tutorial for easy guitar. We'll continue on with the B section. Okay, so we left off just kind of starting the B section, and it requires a little hammer-on with the second finger here on the 4th string. Okay, and so you pluck it once open, followed by a little hammer-on like that. Okay, and then we have a melody after that. So, as I mentioned in the previous video, you want to maintain that harmony while the melody is going. So you need to have that bedrock of harmony underneath the melody, otherwise it'll just sound a little bit, this arrangement will sound kind of flat. Okay, so make sure you keep that E going through the rest of the melody. So let's play some of the melody. Okay, so all I did there was just play the C on the 2nd string, followed by the B open, okay, while maintaining that E note in the bass, so like so, okay, and then afterwards we have some action on the 3rd string, and we have to use a little hammer on there as well. So let's play that and we'll talk about it. Okay, actually jumping ahead of myself there. First we have to play some notes on the 3rd string before we get to the hammer-on. So let's do that. So all we did there was we just played the A on the 3rd string followed by the G open, so 3rd string open. So together it sounds like, okay, so C, B, A, G, okay. Then after that we have a little hammer-on that we need to do, and we're going to need to pluck for this next bit, we're going to need to pluck the 4th string with P and the 3rd string with I, or thumb and index, okay? And right after you do that, you're going to do 2 hammer-ons, okay? So you're going to hammer on the 3rd string A here, and then the 3rd string B here on the 4th fret. So we pluck the 2 open strings, and we do the hammer-ons. Okay, so to get used to those, you could just practice one at a time, right? Hammering the A. Once that feels like it's singing nicely, then you can try to add the other one. Okay, and for some of my younger students, you may prefer to do this kind of option, where you just slide over to that B. And that's totally feasible as well, okay? And again, I just practice that in isolation to get used to it. Sometimes it's helpful to practice longer slides to get used to doing a particular slide, because if you can slide really far and hit the right note, then sliding close like that will be easy. Okay, so you could practice, let's say I want to slide all the way up to fret 7 or fret 9. Let's say fret 7, I do that a few times. And the key with the slides is just to remember to look to where you're going, not where you've come from. Okay, so you want to look ahead to where you're going to be sliding to, and that way you always land there, right? Okay, so let's put that much together in slow motion. So we have right, that's what we've got so far. Now the next little bit is going to require another little slide. We'll just play that for you. Okay, so after we do this, we have a slide on the 4th string. Okay, so we go basically here, 4th string 2nd fret, to here, 4th string 4th fret. So you notice there's some continuity here. You're using the 2nd fret earlier on the 3rd string, doing a slide or perhaps a hammer-on, and you're moving to the 4th fret. And then over here, you're doing a slide from the 2nd fret to the 4th fret. So I always look for these opportunities where you're utilizing kind of the same frets, right, in a sequence to help with the memorization of the piece. Because anything you can do basically that will help you memorize a piece of music faster or more easily, you know, more confidently, then I would say go for it, because we're not just talking about notes and pitches and harmonies and chords. We're also talking about, like, you know, the physical realities. You're moving from 2nd fret to 4th fret, 2nd fret to 4th fret. If that helps you to memorize the tune, then use it, right? So yeah, so let's try what we have so far then, in slow motion. Right? And I could do another one maybe with just all slides for those of you that are a little younger, or who prefer that sound. You don't have to be younger to just prefer that particular sound. So here we go. Oops, a little boo-boo there, try it again. Right, so you get the idea there. Now we're almost at the end of that section. Okay, we have to basically repeat that whole bit again and tag on a little different ending. Okay, so let's do that. I'll play it through and you'll see what I mean. So there's the ending. And that ending is just a chord, like a D power chord again, followed by the A note on the third string. Okay, so basically what we have is we have a section that repeats, this B section, but with two different little endings to it. Okay, so the final ending is just that chord, D power chord. So you're plucking string 4, string 3, string 2, and you're playing the note A here and the note D here. Okay, you play all 3 strings, and after that you pluck that third string to get the A note. Okay. Alright, so let's play this whole section through real slow for you. Repeats. Chord, A note, okay. So actually, I didn't tell you guys, but it repeats a third time. And the third time though is exactly the same as the first time. So if that helps you to memorize it, you can think of this B section as you have the B section, the kind of opening section of the B section or opening part. Then you have the B part, right, which is a little bit different with that chord. And then you do the opening part again, right, which is the same as the opening section. And then you move on to the next section, which would be melody C. Okay, that was kind of convoluted, guys, but let me just play it for you, and hopefully it'll start to make sense. Nice and slow. So let's repeat 1. Repeat 2. That was repeat 3, okay? So that's how that section works. Now we come to the final section. Hopefully we have enough minutes to do this on this take.